Hello and welcome. I was supposed to stream yesterday. Life happens. I guess I need to figure out a better way to display the chat. And I don't know how to display the Twitch chat yet. Best to combine them both together. So what are we working on today? We are working on the stackable inventory items because what we have working right now is the standard inventory item. So oh, it's working. Hello, Arnold. Hey, how's it going? What are you doing? What are you working on? How's life? How's your day? So let's think. This should become just a sword, right? And then I can just load the inventory item here, do a quick load, and don't I have to search for that? Let's see. I think the Twitch isn't working. Our states are offline. I really need to figure that one out. For any reason, it's not working out or it drops the connection. Okay, so what we have currently, we have the sword inventory item. Perfect. And I can set it to be a single stack. Right, so, and this should be represented accordingly. So it's here, I can get it here. It's now displaying as the gold coin, but it doesn't really matter, right? Because if I run it, now it is as well. And I can pick it up, and I can open the inventory, and I can see that I have sword here. But other things that I have here, I could go to mode, player inventory. Yeah, I can see that I have 3 objects here, which is the only the gold. Yeah, it's a sword, and then we have 2 piles of gold. If I'm correct. Yes, and it stops at 50 stacks. Right, and this is 21. So we need to have a way to display this in inventory UI, because right now, if I play this, if I run the inventory, it doesn't show at all. So that's the issue I would love to solve today. And I'm not sure why the Twitch isn't working. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's go to code. It's going to be the inventory system, and this is appended, right? But we also need to append the stackable item to our inventory. I'm so pissed that the Twitch states that I'm offline. And let's try running it again. Go live. I am live. At least on YouTube I am. I really need to just go, okay, let's do now. That's the channel, that's the video producer. 25, that's 20 seconds. Why is it breaking down? Transmission manager. Oh, okay. it's working. Okay, so we also need to be able to add a stackable item to inventory, and we need to update it properly. Let me know if, oh, I can see one thing. That's not easy off. And this is that the music is way too loud compared to me talking. I want it to be just in the background, just a little bit for you and me. So yeah, guys, let me know if the music is too loud. Okay, so we have stackable item and we need to add it and to properly display the stacks. So what we're calling here is player UI add item. So going here, and it can have stacks, right? So let me think about this. We need a way to actually display the number in our, this is the grid container, and it is creating its children as inventory slot string. So this is exactly what we need to figure out. Inventory slot. Okay, it should have its representation in 2D, and we have it. Okay, so now what I would like to do is add a very simple, very small label. And this is going to be stacks label. And we need to position it correctly inside of the center container. And let's see. Let's set the text like 15. And I can already see that this is too big. Right. Why is this unstable? That's not good. Okay, so we need to position it. It's gonna position it in the center because this is a center container. Instead, I want it to work kind of sort of like position absolute in the CSS. Also, would like to do custom CSS. Yes, I would like to use custom CSS. Body background, RGBA, margin, use custom frame, control audio, refresh browser when sync becomes active. Oh, I know how to fix this because I'm a developer. Background color should be transparent, right? At least I hope so. Okay. So we need to move it out of the center container because I don't want it here. I want it here, right? Maybe, just maybe we could add a little bit of margin, but let's hold on with that. Let's override the themes. We need to decrease the size. Let's say, how big should it be? Like this is good. This is good, and just a little bit of margin, right about here. Okay, so there, this is the place where I want my my stacks label to be. And now we basically need just to fill the data here, right? So we are not displaying this if the number of stacks is either 1 or 0, because this is like obvious, right? So what we should go instead is to get the reference to it. So control, drop it, Let's not add unique identifier for now. We'll see how it goes. And then I can say if item stacks is equal to 0, or item stacks is equal to 1, return. Other than that, stacks label text, and we need to cast the value to string. That's gonna be item stacks, and it should work. At least I hope so. And oh, you can't hear me because, god damn it, I did not set the microphone in the correct position. Just talking to myself here. Okay, this should be better. Let me know if the volume is all right for you, my fellow programmers. And now I can bump music a little bit. Okay, so we have that, and in theory, in theory, this should work, right? So I picked one sort, I opened the inventory, and I have 50 everywhere because I did not correct the initial value. At the very, very start, we should just say that text is empty. Perfect, rerun it. Let's see. If I open this, okay, there's a label, which is good, and there's no stacks label. And then I start picking money, and nothing's happening, and this is because here I know that we are working with stackable item, right? So I can just say add stackable item to the inventory, and I can just say player UI. Actually, I should move it here. I think player UI add item, and I wonder why I'm not getting any auto completion here. Do we need to cast it? Okay, let's be reasonable about this. It has a class name, right? So I can cast this. This is player UI, and we know it. And then I can just say, yeah, now it works. Add an item. Right, it seems like it makes sense. Let's see. I have a sword. I pick some gold. I picked more gold. And this doesn't seem correct. And we know why. This is because we add the inventory item every single time. But this is not correct. Sometimes. Oh, hello, Arvi. Hello, how are you? Where are you from? Thank you for hopping into the stream. Great to see you here. So, here's our problem. Every single time, what we do is that we are creating new entry in inventory UI. What we should do instead is to figure out when is the time to actually update the UI and with new stacks, and when it's time to actually create new entry. So let's see. Can we add current stack to the item in inventory? Yes. Else here we're duplicating and creating new entry. So here actually we should update the item in index. And this is not so hard because we can just because we can just do it, right? So let's go to I believe inventory, not inventory slot. We have to go through inventory, this inventory system. We have to go through player UI, right? We have add item here. But what we can do instead is say update, just simply update stacks at slot index. And what we'll pass here is stacks value, which is int, and the inventory slot index, which is also int. Just to make sure that we are working with correct values. Let's say if inventory slot index is equals to -1, we'll simply return. Okay, and then we have to be smart about this. Let me check one thing real quick. Okay, yeah. It seems I'm on Twitch. Okay. Let's be smart about this. So now I have to traverse the children of the grid container. Let's see, grid container get child at index, which should correspond to inventory slot index. I know that this is inventory slot that we should update. Okay, and I can just say inventory slot stacks label. Let's cast this to inventory slot, and I should be able to say stacks label text is equal to str stacks value. This is not ideal, right? Because this functionality is kind of leaking out of inventory slot, and it should not. It should ideally stay there, but let's see whether this at least works. Okay. Let's see. This, and this, and it's not going to work. Of course not, because we are not using it still. So we should only add new item here, and we should also add it here. But here we will be calling update stack at slot index. The stacks value are stacks, and the item index is what we need. And here, in that case, it should work with stacking. Or this is a breakpoint. This is my breakpoint. Okay, no worries. Okay, we have a sword, and we should have 2 stacks of gold. And are they correct. Right, this is, what is the value? Is this 49? It does look kind of sketchy. Let's see the values. Oh, it's not perfect yet. Right, and this is because of this problem. Because here we need to also call player UI, because here we're also pushing the stack to the max, right? So let's see. This should be update stack at slot index, and we have to be smart about this. And the stack value is gonna be max stacks. There's we can just do inventory item max stacks, and the slot index is item index. And this should handle all the problems. Okay, this is 50 and 20, and if we go to remote and filter via inventory, I can see that we have a sort. Come on, work with me. Yes, we have a sort, and then we have gold, which is like 50, and the other one is 21. And is this the same? This is 20. And this is because because we should really append additional inventory item instead. Does this make sense? We first do the update for what we had before with new stacks value, and now we add new item. It does make sense, at least to me. Okay, let's try this again. 50 and 20. What am I missing? Is it 50 and 20? Let's see. Inventory. This is obviously 50. Right, and this is 21. I'm making mistakes somewhere. Let's see. This has 49, this has 2, and this has 20. So all in all, it should be 50 and 21. So I am making a mistake somewhere. Let's go back to our player and inventory. I believe it has to be somewhere here. Okay, let's check the debugger. Stacks is 2, and after this line, inventory item has a 50. Okay, let's take a look at the additional inventory item. The stacks are 2, and oh, I think I know what is happening. Or do I? Here, where does it happen? Add stackable item to inventory. If inventory item stacks plus stacks is lower, update stack at slot index. Yes, that's gonna be our problem, because this actually has to be transformed to inventory slot, stacks label, text. It's gonna be tricky because we have to take into account the previous value. Or do we? Is that the issue? No, because shouldn't be the issue. It's my own code and it's already getting tricky. Okay, so we update the stacks, and I should, no, of course, I should pass inventory item stacks, because here we are adding the stacks to inventory item stacks. Now it's going to work. I don't want debugger anymore, thank you. 50 and 21. Perfect. Okay. So now we have to figure out why it is not why is it not displaying correctly. You can see that the font is obstructed somehow. Let me check if the stream is just working. I am live. And the transmission seems to be working. Or is it just on Twitch it falls up and down and the stream is rare bad. 10 megabytes per second. Why? I can also see it on my own. Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Okay, carrying on. We have to actually fix how it's getting displayed. So this inventory slot. Do not filter stacks label. I believe this is because it should be rendered after, right? Like here. And that should fix one of the issues. Right, now it's correct. Can we make it like look a little bit better? Let me think about this. Stack label, properties. We could change the color. We could do the shadow of, or we could do outline size. And maybe we can do just like a little bit of red here and do outline size too. Let's see. Is it more readable? Maybe the font size should be a little bit bigger. Try 18. Can we just shadow offset this? Like by, I don't know, 3 and 3. I'm just you know, routing this. Or maybe, well, okay, let's leave it at that, right? Like we've spent enough time on that. But now we have stackable items, right? And what we could do is, just for fun, create another item. So let's go to item. Let's see what we could stack. We should be able to stack, I don't know, food, right? Let's do beef. So I will just create new resource. Oops, I did not mean to do this. Can we, nothing to undo? Okay, let's move it back here. Let's create another food item, or just first food item. This is going to be a resource, standard resource. I'm going to call this beef. Let's open it. We need to add the script here, and this is going to be inventory item. We shall say that we can just actually do this here. Max stacks, let's say 2. Texture, let's find beef. Let's define collision shape. So quick load, change this to beef, and let's create new collision shape, because I don't want to override the old one. So new rectangle shape, and it goes here, and it goes here. I will save it. Let's save as, we need to go to resources. Oh no, this is the collision shape, but this is good. This is rectangular collision shape. So beef collision shape. And yeah, that's basically it. That's how easy it will be to add new item. So let's go to main. Let's instantiate scene here, and this is going to be item, I believe. Inventory item is going to be beef, but I should really call this beef to be precise. Inventory item. Then I can just drag and drop it, say that this has 2 stacks. The only problem right now is that I'm not able to display the stacks. I'm not able to display the stacks on for the ground item, but this is fine, I guess. Okay, and then we will just move it out here. Let's which one is it? That one. Let's call this beef item. I can duplicate it and say that this is also beef item 2. I guess it's fine. And then I can say that this also has 2 stacks. And if we remember that the max stacks we defined is 2, let's make it 3. We should get additional stacks of item. So, oh, they're next to each other, right? So that's why we can't see them. Move it out of the way, and let's start picking stuff up. So we have gold, and now if I pick this, oh, I won't pick this, because the reason for that is we did not add the collision shape here. So we need to do beef collision shape. And now it should work. So sword, gold, gold. beef. Perfect. Hey. So we have that working and we can scratch it off of the list. I can go to my Kanban, to my Zelda project, and say, this is, oh no, this should be here. Stackable items are done. Perfect. So with the stackable items done, I'm wondering why is Twitch working like, I'm gonna say how is it working? Like, I'm gonna say how is it working? Yeah, I have audio, but no Twitch. It should work, right? Stream YouTube is a primary. Okay. It should be working. I have to fix it off stream. No worries. So we have that. We have add items laying on the ground. Yeah, add ability to pick the item up. We have this. Add stackable items. We have this. Move the item to inventory. We have this. Add items lying on the ground. We have this. Add ability to remove item from inventory and drop it back on the ground. And also I believe that we need to... Okay, so this is not working too good. So what we can do real quick is probably move to Trello, right? Let's see. Microsoft Store. You just find Trello here or any kind of Kanban. Okay, we have a Trello here. Let's get it. Don't say. Why is it trying to sign me in? We'll just move it to Trello. Nice game, man. Thank you, Fedus. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. How are you doing? What are you working on? How's life treating you? Okay, we can just open this and we'll move everything that we need to move to Trello. I should be able to log in. Right. Continue with Google. And then sign in. Sorry for doing this off the stream. I was really hoping that that it will be working correctly inside of Godot. It does not. But nevertheless, here we are. YouTube projects. Let's create new board. Let's pick some cool background. Zelda, create. Okay. This is to do. This is doing. This is done. And we just need to move everything here real quick. So we need add ability to remove item from inventory and drop it on the ground. And since this is inventory item, Let's add a label. Can we call it somehow? Like, I would love to add a name. What is it? Oh yeah, inventory. Perfect. The other thing for our inventory is prevent the player to pick up items when he has full inventory. Okay, add that, edit labels. This is going to be inventory and save. Perfect. So I can live with those two just being in Trello here, and we don't need gkanban anymore. So if I go to gkanban, I'll just remove this, right? Yeah, so the Kanban inside of Godot is no go. Unfortunately, let's scratch this. Okay. With that, we can carry on and start figuring out how to drop items from the inventory back on the ground. Let's see, we will definitely need to allow the user to move with mouse when the inventory is enabled. All right, because here we should basically hide the cursor. Here we should show it. And I would like to be able to do it with a right click. That would be the best. So let's see whether we have any kind of node that would handle this. And this is going to be like menu bar. A button that brings up pop-up menu when clicked. Is pop-up menu something that we can use here? Let's see. Example would be nice. Because we can make it like a little bit like Tarkov inventory. Right? Is there a possibility to show this to? Yeah. Right. So what I want is something like this. Right? When right clicking on the item. And I think this is pop-up menu, but I'm not sure. Menu button, a button that brings up a pop-up menu when clicked. Makes sense to me. So we basically have to add this here and move that here. Seems correct. There is no text needed, or at least I think so. But it moves okay, and it brings the pop-up menu here. Let's see. See how does it work. It is here, but I need it basically here, and it would be perfect if that could not influence the... Yeah, why is this moved out? This should be here. Basically, it should span across. Okay, so is this the issue? No, now it should work, right? Texture rect, center container, menu button. Okay. So now I pick this up, I click, and here's our menu button. I also have to, I have items, and something should happen when I click all of the items, right? Text icon, checkable, checked, disabled separator. What even is the menu button right here? Let's where's the help doc? Okay, a button that brings us up a pop-up menu when clicked. To create new items inside pop-up menu, use get pop-up, add items, my items. You can also create them directly from Godot editor inspector. Okay. What about the pop-up menu? Hide, activate item by event, add check item, add check shortcut. Are there any signals here? For toolbar and context menus. Every day something new, right? Is there a better note for that? Like, let's search through the control. Menu bar, rich text, range. It has to be a horizontal menu bar that creates a menu button for each pop-up menu. Have many, is this a child of that? For each pop-up menu. It should be like here. I want to place it here. Right, and what happens now? Okay, and I can select it. Okay, so let's think about this. We want two items here, right? One, for example, that will do stats, the other or free items. Drop, and then I would like to say discard. Okay, kind of nice. Then this is the menu bar. Is this the menu bar? If this is going to work just by, it still does work. And this is good. Okay. What about signals? About to put up button pressed. Base button is this. Is this for the let's see. Connect on main button pressed. Shouldn't I get like some kind of info? when the button is toggle pressed. Okay, fine by me. Let's just log this, because I need to know when the menu button was pressed. Okay, I am getting info where this is pressed. I need to get info about this being pressed. About to pop up. That's pretty cool. But that does not solve the elemental issue that I have, because I have items. Okay, now if I create a horizontal menu bar that creates a menu button for each pop-up menu, how are they all combined? Menu button. A button that brings up a pop-up menu when clicked. To create, see also base button. I can get the pop-up and I can show the pop-up. Okay, is this like all in one? Fire and forget pop-up menu. So I can just say that here, this is main button. Menu button, get pop-up, and that's gonna give me pop-up menu, right? Pop-up menu, and here it feels like add check item, add shortcut, add icon, add item, add separator. Let's see. No signals. Is item checked? Is item get item submenu, get item data? There's a lot, but I need to know. Activate item by event when this is getting pressed. Okay, let's try it another way. This is many. This is many bar. Let's get rid of that, because we have to figure out what exactly is the difference here. And I removed too much, didn't I? Yeah. So let's get rid of that, and instead let's change type menu bar and rename this to menu bar. Let's check the signals here. Resize. There's nothing about menu item getting pressed. We probably have to help ourselves a little bit here.
N to bring it to the right. Click expand so we can resize the button. Click rect. Top toggle rect. We use the 9-term constants. Check separation, so it uses the move up and of the top anchor frame. Click the
Perfect, but I want to... Okay,
Hello.
I like this
For
guy.
end, sub windows and make sure it is superpositional sprite.
This pop-up window, but I don't really need that. There was this one guy explaining all the nodes, right? All nodes in Godot. I like him very much. Okay. Lucky. You can always count on him. It would be perfect if he had
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we made it. After writing almost 30
UI elements. Pop-up and pop-up menu. Okay.
the pop-up. The pop-up are a little different from windows. They don't show up as separate windows in your OS, and they close whenever you click outside them. A good example of a pop-up menu is one of those right-click menus. The
Yes.
pop-up menu node. The pop-up menu node contains functionality to build a menu within a pop-up. The pop-up panel. The pop-up panel is a more bare-bones version of one of those pop-up menus. It only contains
Okay.
a background panel for you to build a custom UI on top of.
Okay.
Canvas item. It's quite weird I didn't talk about
No, not canvas item. I need to know about menu button.
menu button. The menu button opens a little menu when pressed. You can build your menu here within these parameters. The option button. The option button opens this little
Okay, and that.
drop-down section.
Okay, cool. This is what I wanted. So we need to go back to menu button. Let's call this menu button. Okay, and we have button mask. Okay, mouse right. That's what I wanted. Items, as I said, let's do drop for now. This is the only action I'm interested in. So I go grab this, go here, right click, and I can see drop. But I want to know in my code when this was selected. So how the hell should I know that? It should be is this toggle? No. Items disabled, separator checked, checkable. No, this should be just like clickable, and I want to react to it. This should be in here. Immediately when pop-up menu of this menu is about to show up. Immediately when the button starts being held down. Immediately when the button is toggled, this is on button down, if action is okay. What about this menu button? A button that brings up pop-up menu when clicked to create new items. You can also create them directly from editor's inspector. Right. But how can I subscribe, right, to the pop-up menu being clicked? I want to search. There are theme properties, get item icon, get focused item, activate item by event, item count. this is a head scratcher, really. Because that, like, I'm not backing off of that idea. I will find out, even if I will have to build my custom UI. We're sticking with it. We're seeing it through. This is menu button. Okay, so let's see. Menu button and button down. Press set press no signal is hovered. Draw more. Okay. So let's be reasonable about this, right? Or not. Let's see. Godot for menu button on item pressed. This is what I need to find. How do I connect a handler to buttons in menu button? Yes. Git pop-up, connect ID pressed self function name. Really? Is this how it's supposed to work? Is this really how it's supposed to work? Okay, so we have access to pop-up menu. Pop-up menu, ID pressed. Oh, this is a wrong cast. This is pop-up menu. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Connect to on pop-up menu item pressed. Let's get rid of this. If this is working well, I would be surprised a little bit because the API is not clear. Is this a string? I'm gonna assume this is a string. We need to bring the bag ID. Could not find in the current scope because this is a string. Or is it? I'm clicking on it, I'm pressing drop, and I have an error because cannot do what? Cannot prevent. Okay, this is in the den. In that case, I can click drop and I get the ID of an item. Oh my god. Okay. Then the question is, get item index in that language shortcut text, and I have to add the metadata. Okay, we can do it by text, right? Let's call this pressed item pressed menu item. This is not ideal. It's not, right? I would love for it to have a different API. I know why it has such a strange API. I understand it. I just wish it would be better, but I guess it's fine. If press menu item is equal to drop print debug drop, right? Because here we are going to drop an item. Okay. Yay! Good job. Good job. Okay. So then, given that, we need to figure out what exactly should happen when we'd like to drop it. Should drop given item. We should drop given item. Okay, so we can do the simplest thing possible, right? So we can go to inventory system. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be easy, I hope. Let's see. Let's just emit a signal. Drop item. Yeah, that's basically it. It's super simple. So drop item, emit, okay, and then go into inventory system. When we have that item, so basically when we need to do this in player UI and pass it further, right? Hi ho. Oh, hello Dominique. Can you even do commands in chat? I just recently started streaming. The stream is about me creating another tutorial that will be posted to the channel about Zelda-like game in Godot 4 with GDScript. So I guess that's the answer. Can you even do commands? YouTube chat commands? You can. I will have to set it up. To type a message or comment and select an action from the options that will appear. Okay, I will have to figure. I have a lot to figure out. Yeah. What are you working on, Dominique? How's life treating you? How's your programmer game dev journey? Okay, so basically, whenever we create inventory slot, we'll have to listen to, we need to cast this, of course, because this is inventory slot. Then we'll listen to a drop item. And we need to basically know which item are we dropping, right? So I need to connect, and I can create a function here, right? And I can just do on item drop right, and return another function from here. I think this should work. Let's say call this inventory item drop, which should take the index as int. And here I would just call inventory item drop by I. Does it make sense? Let's see. Kind of. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, I'm totally busy with wedding preparations and with work, which is exhausting. But yeah, I also dream about taking part in the game jam. That is a dream of mine, which I still have to realize somehow. But what you can do is you don't have to really like wait for the Godot game jam, because you can just go to itch.io game jams, and here you have just a whole calendar of game jams. And my plan, because I'm extremely busy, right, is like to take part in really short one. Like for example, I know Nordic Game Jam, right? It takes like 3 days. This is way more manageable for me than taking part in a game jam that, I don't know, takes like whole month or something like that. I wish I could, but you know, old man, responsibilities, you know the drill, right? But yeah, this is something you can even filter by less than 3 days. And hey, basically, right, every single week there's something like mini game jam, cool, right? Like micro jam, OSC, LGBTQA, right? Spring game jam. You want to take it slowly and find a little team first and stuff. You know, you can reach out to me via Twitter, and after after my wedding, which is 8th of June, we can try something together, right? If you're willing. We'll have to see what's planned on June, find a nice game jam, and maybe do two together. You can just reach out to my Twitter. The handler should be in my channel. Right? Congratulations on being married. I wonder how it is being married. Me and my fiance, we've been together for almost 4 years. Is there a lot that's changing after the wedding? Okay, going back to our code, we will be able to drop that item now, because now I can just pass it up to chain by calling another signal, saying again, drop item. It's getting repetitive. Drop item on the ground. Okay, and it has to take IDX. So the thank you, Dominic. Yeah, reach out on Twitter so that we can like connect to each other, and then we can prepare something, figure out what game jam, what dates will be the best for us, available for both of us. And then if we make it and do a little game, I will probably try to stream it a little bit and maybe record a video about this, right? Because it's all about spreading the awareness about Godot, right? Thank you, Dominique. Take care. Have a nice day or evening. And we will continue dropping the item on the ground. So basically, I don't need that function, right? Because I can just say drop item on the ground, connect I. Hell yeah! Oh yeah. Okay. So this, in theory, should work. Or even maybe we can simplify it even more. Can I just do this? And then this is player UI. And this should go back to inventory system. So, because this is going to simplify a lot, right? Ready, player UI, drop item on the ground, connect to, no, I need to connect to callable. That's my mistake. So I should, instead of connecting, I should emit. Cannot get return value of call emit because it returns void. And this is fair. This is connect. Can I do like anonymous function? Yeah, I can. Okay. This is cool. So moving on with that, going to inventory system. I am connecting here. I am connecting to drop item function. And this actually, we have to extract this to another function. It's not readable. But let's collapse this for now. Ooh, I just want to collapse this. Okay, and I will say drop item, and this should now have the IDX. And here now we are print debugging, print debug IDX, and we connect. And this should get fired up. Okay, pick the item. I right click, and this is coming from inventory system. Alrighty then. So what you can do, this is getting like complex but manageable. So manageable, right? So let me think. First thing we need to do, is to play some music. But what we can do is say items, remove at IDX. And this is correct. But also we need to empty the UI at the IDX. So I can say player UI clear slot at index idx, and then we have to go to player UI and say clear slot at index. And what we need to do there is say grid container get child at idx. Basically, we need to instantiate new slot. Get like say clear inventory slot, instantiate new inventory slot. And then I can say, can I just, no, I need to remove child. I need to remove it, and I need to add child at index, right? This is kind of problematic, or is it? Get index, get node. Can I just set? Is this okay? Let's be smart about this. I want to get child, and is this read only? This is const, so this is read only, which makes sense. Let's see. At child at index. No. Okay, add child at. Yeah, that's why I want this. Is there any reason? Add child then move child. Is there a move child? Oh, let's see. Move child to index. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So what we are doing, we are removing child. Oh, okay. I need to get child at index, right? Let's call this child to remove. Then I will call greet container remove child. And let's see what happens like right now. Okay, and I would like to drop it. It gets removed. Okay, so far so good. And then we call greet container add child I cannot say which index. So do clear inventory slot, and then I just greet container move child clear inventory slot to index idx. Okay, and with all of this, we should be able to replace it, right? So now I would like to drop it, and it should be. I know it looks like it's not empty, but trust me, it is. We can go to inventory slot, clear that, and I believe our experiment is almost done. I will drop that. Yeah, buddy. This is like, is this working? Like, I don't know. Maybe, probably. Let's see how it looks in our inventory though. Inventory is array size of 3. $50 gold. 1 gold and okay, but this is actually a little bit problematic. It is, because in inventory system I'm just going to remove at because instead I should say item on IDX. I don't really want to remove it. Or maybe I will have to create a special inventory type stating that it's okay. This is null. Okay, and this will now append so if I try and pick anything else, yeah, it will crash because it will search at nil. If items, I need to check if items on I is not null. That's gonna fix one problem. This is getting complex, but we're pushing through. Okay, so now I would like to drop the sword, close the inventory, pick up this, and it goes into first empty slot. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Jesus Christ. Aren't we good at this stuff? 10 freaking years of experience of programming, sleepless nights, studying, right? Reading books, articles. And now what do we have? We have a freaking working inventory. Almost. Like, we're getting there. Right? And then this should add to a stack. I'm so proud of this community. Okay, let's try this with element in the middle. So I'm dropping this word, and if we pick this up, so, oh my god, it's perfect. Perfect. This is just working, right? Can grab this. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Then the next thing that we have to do here is to instantiate this item back into the world. So we're dropping the item and we can just say like how do you call this? How do we call this? We are ejecting the item into the ground. Like, is this standard name? Eject item into the ground. At least it makes sense. Okay, so the item, and we're passing IDX here, and then this is gonna blow your freaking mind. Like, I can guarantee it, right? We will, before we do that, we cannot reset this like this. We need to clear the slot. Then we need to eject item to the ground with the IDX, right? And after that, we'll clear this. So I don't want to insert some kind of connection between those two, because if we do it like this, it's not going to work, because we need to read the item first, right? And this is going to go, this is going to be connected through reference. So I cannot just like do it like this. So I will move that at the end of that function instead. It will help a little bit. So the item to eject is actually item at IDX. And then remember that this is only inventory item. We need to instantiate the whole item, right? So we need a reference, and we can preload the item scene. So already var item scene is going to be preload, and we are searching for item tscn. Perfect. And we can add this here and say this is going to be inventory item to eject. Item to eject is going to be item scene instantiate, and we need to pass some stuff here, right? So item to eject, item to eject inventory, and we need to say, and we need to cast this, right? And this is going to be, I believe, pickup item. Yeah, pickup item. So this should be, we have pickup item script, which is assigned to item. So just to keep everything the same, I will change this to be named pick up item, right? Because we have inventory item, which exists in our inventory, and then the pickup item, which we have on the ground. Obvious. Or I think it is. So this is now correct. Going back to inventory system, change this to pick up item. Oh, right. And then I can say this is pickup item, correct? Inventory item for that is the inventory item to eject. And what's more, item to eject stacks is equal to inventory item to eject stacks. Okay, and then we are instantiating it, and we need to add it, and we have to think it where to add it. But right now, let's see, we're in player, we are in inventory system, so I can just say get parent, which is going to be our player. We need to set the global position for it. So let's say item to eject global position is going to be get parent global position plus, let's offset this like 10 and 10, and we can improve this. All right, but let's try this. I picked up the sword and I drop it, and oh, I did not call a child. We will call get free root at child item to eject. Now it should work. This is going to blow your mind. And I will drop this, and I will close this, and here it is. And I can pick it again. And now it's not working. Okay. It is working. Once. Wait. Something's broken. See, I picked this and this and this. And I'm dropping. Okay, we need to one thing to increase the offset, because we're colliding with the very same thing that we're dropping. I drop, okay, here it is. I pick it up. I try to drop it again, and I can't. We need to fix this. Let's see. Let's see what is going on with that repeated drop. Drop it. Oh, the debugger did not run. Why? Should run even in the for the first time. Okay. This is correct. This is correct. I pick it up again, and nothing. So this does not run. This does not run too. Meaning that in our player UI, let's see, add item, inventory slot. This does not run. This is like the beginning of the whole process of dropping things, right? And it will run here for the first time with all of the other breakpoints. And then it will, okay, this is work. Press many item is null. I step back. It is drop. The drop is being emitted. I know. I know what is going on, my dear. So we do clear slot at index and we instantiate new scene. But what we do not do for this is we do not call this. We do not reconnect to that signal. And now we need to pass IDX. And now it will work repetitively. So I drop it and it goes crazy. And I pick it up again and I drop it and it works again. Perfect. What should we do is basically drop the item into the direction that you are facing. But how can we do it? We can do it with a twin and by initially disabling the collision so the player does not collide with it. Right? We need to be smart about this. Because we have to be. Like, no other way around this. I could, okay. What we could do is start working on the twin, right? Because doing just this it's meh, right? What we do need to do instead is to create a twin. So, ejection twin is equal to get 3 create twin. And let's see. How do you twin those things? We need to twin the global position. Okay. So this is here. Ejection twin. It's not by node. How do you do it again? Let's see. We need to twin the property. Okay. Twin property. The object for this is item to eject. The property is global position. Final value and duration. Okay, for now let's do get. We have to like handle our problems step by step by step, right? So we'll do just get parent plus vector 2020 and then duration, let's do like 1 second. But first we need to add the item to a tree. Get parent global position, of course. Does it even make sense? I believe it does, but it's not going to work. Or maybe it is. I need breakpoints, but also there's another thing. To even see it, I need to call toggle. Try this again. We drop. I really need to disable all of those breakpoints. Wait. It just flew out of the sky, right? I'm not like crazy. Okay, this is because we need to set the starting position. So I can do ejection. No, I need to do item to eject. Global position is equal to get parent global position. And then I do this and this and this. And yeah, because it collides with me, right? I will not see it. So I have to disable a collision for it. So let's go to pickup item. Let's call this disable collision. And we'll get collision shape to D. Active. Disconnect. No, collision shape to D. Oh, I need to cast this, right? Shape. Active, disable. I don't want to disconnect that. This pickup item collision shape to D. Disabled. Disabled is equal to true. And the same. Your Mario tutorial, Zesta Boy, was really cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Zesta Boy. It took me a lot of time to prepare. I believe this is the longest one on the channel. I believe the scope I have chosen for Zelda tutorial, it might get even longer. It's gonna be around 5 to maybe 10 hours, depending on the scope. Thank you. I really appreciate every single kind comment and feedback from you. My mission, personally, apart from my family and from my fiancée, soon to be wife, is to teach people about programming. Like, that's why I'm here. I believe that programming is great. I believe that it literally can change your life, as it did to me. So yeah. To be honest, yeah, I kind of do this because I like to be appreciated. But I also do it because somebody has to do it. So thank you very much. How's your programming life? How's your game dev life? How is it going for you? So we will enable collision here. Disable to false. Okay. And now, when we're ejecting that item, we create the tween. So about, I believe here, item to eject, I can say disable collision. And we need to connect to how do we do it? We should basically calculate the distance between the player and the item he's ejecting when he's ejecting that item. To re-enable that. But how can we do it? Well, there is a way. Right, but we'll worry about this later. Let's for now connect to that signal and just say item to eject should be in scope, right? And enable collision. If this is going to work, I will be very happy. Okay, so I pick the item. If I said disable, okay, so we are disabling it too fast. It should happen here when everything is instantiated, okay? And I am dropping it. Perfect. Okay, that was a little bit too slow. It should be like quick drop, and where we twin the property duration, can we like set the, there should be a way to set the transition translinear, and I will need to do cubic, I believe, or even bounce. Okay, so I can, we have the ejection twin, right? And I can say ejection twin set trans, let's try bounce. Okay, yeah, perfect. There's only one thing left for us to do, is to decide the direction of dropping the item. And how can I get the direction? Velocity is one information, but the direction itself, the direction, the attack direction, this is being stored here. And we set it to direction, which we can read. The best way to actually get that would be to have a vector. Or maybe not. This is like the last thing we'll do on the stream anyway. I'm getting pretty tired. It was a rough day. And tomorrow is the next one, of course. But okay. I guess this is fine. We have the access to that. Not really best thing for me to connect the systems in that way. It could be done better, because maybe we should propagate this to a player. Seems like it would make more sense. But. Let's do it like this, just for now. Or maybe we could introduce separate system for this, but okay, we're fine, we're handling it. So here when we are ejecting stuff, I would like to read animation sprite to the attack direction. Oh, and we should block this on empty nodes. Okay, and 7, it is null. So that's not the property we're searching for. Play attack, then it's set up only when we attack, right? We need to figure out which direction we're facing based on the animation. Direction to attack animation on animation finished. Play idle. Movement to idle. Play movement to idle. Play movement animation. So right walk, front walk. How are we? Where are we starting? We're starting facing down. Okay. We can then we can help ourselves a little bit here. Item drop direction is going to be vector 2 down, and then we'll just update this. Vector 2 right, vector 2 left, and vector 2 front is vector 2, this is down, I believe. We can check this. Front is down, back is top. So vector 2 up. Okay, and with all of this, what we can do is go back to inventory system and read the item drop direction, right? And if I drop this is 1 okay. I can just the simplest thing to do that will work is just to multiply this and see what happens, right? I will face up, I'll drop this in front, and now that breaks. I don't know why. Let's see. Oh, because we are not. No, this is good. So what is broken now? I drop this, I pick it up, I want to drop this again, and if I get index stacks, inventory item to eject, is null. Why? Inventory item to eject. It's like items is it adds it to wrong index if stacks an item max stacks is not equal to 0, because we start with that. That might be one of the issues. Okay, it is not. It is also the items append. An items append is not what we need here, because that is what's going to happen. Yeah, just play it along. I drop it, and it appends to items. And instead, I have to find the first null slot right, so items, let's try this. Items find null. I'll just print the bug, print the bug IDX. And then I try to drop it. IDX is 0, which is at least not that. Wait, where's my sword? Grab it. I drop it. I pick it up, and here it is. If IDX is not equal to -1, then items on IDX is equal to item, else. Oh, I'm getting really sleepy here. Ah. Long days, short nights. Is this going to work right now? I drop it, I pick it up, and I drop it. Yeah, buddy. And then I can drop it down and pick it up. This is, guys, you have to admit, this is brilliant. Okay, but let's see. I want to calculate the position here, like drop position. And this is good. This makes sense. But we need to alter the vector a little bit. So drop drop direction vector. This is that one. And we need to play with it a little bit because things don't fall like in a straight line. And we can play with this a little bit because we can say, hello, how do you say your name? Hui? Hi? Sorry, I know this is Asian name because of the E letter, but I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just butcher your name. But welcome to the stream. It's a pleasure to have you here. How's your programming? How's your life? How's your game dev life? How are you doing today? So if drop direction vector, because one of those vectors will be 0. X is equal to 0. We will play with it a little bit, and else the y is 0, and we will play with it a little bit. So what we will do, we'll say drop direction vector x is equal to rand f range from 0.5 to 1, right, and else we'll do the same for y. Okay, and then we can multiply this by drop direction vector. And let's see it now. It should not fall in a straight line, right? But it should fall only in all randomly in the direction we are facing. And it always seems to fall the same space, and this is because we are not setting the seed properly. Randomize. Maybe this. Oh, this is because I made a mistake, right? Yeah, because this is vector 2020. So global position, it always goes. No, this is something's wrong. Because it shouldn't go in the very same way. The drop direction for vector is 1 and 0. Okay. But now it should be minus 1 and 0. Okay. So here, the drop direction vector is minus 1, 0, 7, 1. But instead it should go, no, it should go from minus 1 to 1, and that also should go from minus 1 to 1. No need for breakpoint anymore. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we have this working. Oh my god. Yeah, it is working. It is working. I'm very happy with it. So going back to our Trello, this is done. The next thing for us to handle is to prevent the player from picking the items when he has full inventory. And then we have to do equipping items and on screen inventory so that we can see what is being picked. And these are both inventory items. Jesus Christ. I'm tired as hell, but that has been very satisfying. Thank you all for coming to the stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for spending time here with me, and have a good day or good night, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.